All right. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another live stream on how to become a physical therapist. So glad you're here, whether you're on live or on replay. If you're on replay, drop a comment, say you're here, say what's up, and welcome to another live stream on how to become a physical therapist. And welcome, TikTok, YouTube. I'm doing a double live stream with TikTok here. So, TikTok, what's going on, guys? If TikTok, you're not following us on YouTube, follow us on YouTube. YouTube, if you're not following us on TikTok, go ahead and follow us on TikTok. So if you guys don't know us already, I'm Casey Coleman. I'm one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind. I'm also a physical therapist, and this is where we help you get into physical therapy school or PTA school without wasting time, money, stress, anxiety, and everything in between. And we also help make sure that you're making money in school so you're not saddled with massive student loan debt just because you want to be a physical therapist. So that's what we do. That's what we're all about. And if that vibes with you, if that's what you're looking for, give us a like, follow, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, all the internet stuff, and we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. So you guys know how it is. If you've been here before, drop your questions, comments, concerns, hot topics. The sooner you drop your questions, the sooner I can get to them and the more fun we'll have. So just some updates. We had our new money. I'm wearing the shirt here. Our new money PT live event on Labor Day weekend, September 2nd and 3rd. Man, it was amazing. It was amazing. Depending on when you're seeing this, you would have already seen some videos, already seen some social media posts. Already went to the site newmoneyptlive.com. If you guys want to come next year, you'll already see the new videos up there, depending on when you're watching this. It was, man, I don't want to ramble too much about it, but it was better than we ever thought it would be. So next year is going to be just crazy, just crazy. So if you heard about New Money PT Live already, you didn't get to go to the one this year in 2023, and you want to go to New Money PT Live 2024, you can get your early bird tickets at newmoneyptlive.com and lock yourself in. So it was crazy. It was crazy. If you guys have questions about it, you can ask, but just go watch the videos. It was great. Then yeah, right now I'm just here to help you guys. It's been a while since I've been on live. It's been before the event since I've been on live, so just getting back into the swing of things to help you guys out however much I can. Um, we don't have any big things coming up. If you want our free guides, we have free acceptance guides to help you learn all the details about how to get into physical therapy school. No matter where you are in the journey, you can go to acceptanceguides.com. Acceptanceguides.com. Oops. Sorry about that. Acceptanceguides.com, or go to the link in our bio, or go to our website, and you can get our free guides. It's 3 of them. Just download them for free, and you'll get all the details about how this whole application process works to get into physical therapy school. So that's what I'd say. Go get acceptanceguides.com, or it's on our website, and you can get started with us. All right, let's get to some questions. I think I saw some questions on TikTok, and we'll have some fun. Oops. All right. My biggest question is, like, what do you do after you get your bachelor's? What do you do after you get your bachelor's? So I'm guessing you mean in relation to physical therapy school. So I'll answer this in a couple different ways to hopefully answer your question. And if you're still on, let me know if you have any clarifying details for that. So what do you do after you get your bachelor's? In relation to physical therapy school, you apply to physical therapy school. So if your plan is to go to physical therapy school and you have a bachelor's in kinesiology, you get your bachelor's, and or you can apply before then, and you apply to physical therapy school. You go on PTCast, you make sure you have all your requirements done, you apply to physical therapy schools of your choice, and you get accepted, then you go to physical therapy school and you become a physical therapist. Like that's the progression. You get your bachelor's degree, apply to physical therapy school, get accepted, complete PT school, pass your boards, and you're a physical therapist. So that's really it. That's the progression. There's a lot of details in that, of course, and people need a lot of help with it. So if you're interested in more details to that process, just go to acceptanceguides.com, or link is in the bio. Go on our website, and we have some guides to help you through that whole process. It's free. Just download them, and we got you. So hope that helps. Would you say physical therapy is fun? I think it's definitely fun in comparison to some other professions, um, depending on which ones you compare them to, of course. But yeah, I chill out and laugh and make jokes and like we were talking about girl dinner and girl math like for the past 2 days at work, and I was just chilling there on my laptop doing pre PT grind stuff, um, having a good time, getting people better. It's chill. It's fun. And of course, that is going to depend on the clinic you work for and your manager and your coworkers, of course, just like any other job. But yeah, it's better than sitting at a desk all day. So yeah, I'd say it's great. YouTube's got a question. What's going on, Luck? Glad to have you guys here. I was volunteering at a clinic and they just recently hired me on as a PTA. Very excited. Good stuff. Well, have some fun. Congratulations. Celebrate however you need to celebrate. And yeah, hope it goes well for you. Good luck. Good luck. Current freshman studying exercise science. Are internships available for undergrad or just PT students? So many people get internships and shadowing kind of mixed up. So they're both kind of the same thing. So observation hours are where shadowing hours are where you just shadow the physical therapist or you just observe the physical therapist. That is a requirement for physical therapy schools. You're just shadowing them. An internship is more so where you're doing a certain like course curriculum or you're following a certain guideline to then most of the time go straight into a job role. So there are not many pre-PT internships in the traditional sense. Many times internships are just semantics for shadowing hours. So to your question, shadowing hours are available for undergrads. Like that's a requirement. You're supposed to get these observation shadowing hours. Internships, traditional internships, or what is called clinical rotations, those are for physical therapy students or PTAs because that is a requirement for them to complete their schooling and become a PT or PTA. So, good question, but I hope that clarifies it. Channel and the TikTok has been extremely helpful. Thanks a bunch. You're welcome. Tell your friends, colleagues, acquaintances, classmates, any pre-PTs or anybody you come in contact in the future with all about it so we can help them like we helped you. So glad I helped. Would you say you are happy and living comfortably as a physical therapist? Me personally, yeah, I'm great. I'm great. I'm fine. But I know some physical therapists who are not or who are not happy and who are not living comfortably. However, I know some physical therapists who are much more happy than me, quote unquote, happy than me, and living much more comfortably than me, making much more than me. Um, so yeah, I'm fine. I make from my clinical day job as a physical therapist that you guys see on YouTube and TikTok, 90K. Just got a PT tech job. Any advice? Just be make yourself useful. Like make everybody's lives easier at the clinic. Like everybody's lives easier, from the patients to the PTs to the managers to the PTAs to the other techs. Like make everybody's job easier. That's my advice. How do I feel about chiropractors? I feel fine about them. I don't really have any. It's fine. Chiropractors are fine. Um, Daniel, how long have I been practicing? I just went into my 5th year. Seems a lot shorter than that, but I just went into my 5th year. Would it be best to go work for a hospital and go to school for the benefit of covering tuition? Would it be best to work for a hospital and go to school? So you're asking, is it good to go to school if a hospital is paying for your tuition? Yeah, why not? If they're going to pay for it, then sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to say no to free money. So yeah, absolutely, of course. Any advice for PTCast essays? You need to answer the question. Oops, sorry, I missed the question. I'll come back to that one. What are some prereqs you have to take before applying to med school after bachelor's? I don't know the med school prereqs off the top. Somebody might have to help me with that. I'm guessing biochemistry, physics, anatomy 1 and 2, organic chemistry, some type of psychology. I don't know the med school prereqs. Somebody help me with that in the comments. But I'm guessing some classes like that. Any advice for PTCast essays? You need to answer the prompt. Many people just ramble on or forget what the question of the essay is asking. And if you don't answer the prompt, you're missing the whole point of the essay. They're asking you a question, so you need to answer it. Don't just be like, oh, they're asking me why I want to be a physical therapist. Okay, let me just tell my story about what got me into physical therapy, but you're not clearly articulating and clearly identifying this is my answer. You're just telling a story and writing about your life story about how you got injured, but that's not answering the question precisely. You're not clear about the answer. You're just writing and you're expecting this reader who's reading thousands of essays to just magically interpret your story and say, this is why they wanted to do it. No, they have hundreds of thousands of essays to read. You need to be clear about your answer. So that's what I'd say. Let's see. Love the info and guidance you provide. I'm deciding on 9 schools at the moment and hope to get in. 9 schools. Good stuff. Well, good luck. Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate you. Glad you're getting some value from all our channels and stuff. So deciding on 9 schools. So I'm guessing you're still waiting on them to get back to you because it's September still. But yeah, good luck. Good luck. How do you get into different concentrations? As a physical therapist, you just start. The good thing about physical therapy is that you don't need a specific residency or fellowship, like 99% of the time. You just get extra weekend courses or you apply for a job in that, I guess, specialty or that niche. If you can do clinical rotations if that works for you, if you can find it in that specialty niche area. So yeah, that's all you really have to do. You just decide, oh, I just want to work with pediatrics. I just want to work with kids. So you just get a clinical rotation in that or apply for jobs just with pediatrics. That's to keep it simple. That's all you really do. I'm in PT school right now and I didn't realize how bad documentation is. How bad documentation is. Like how much work it takes, I'm guessing you mean. Yeah, it could, depending on the EMR software, meaning electronic medical record software you use, it could be pretty bad. But if it's really bad for you, it's probably because you're writing too much or your clinical instructor is making you write too much. Do you have to have volunteer hours? You have to have observation hours. You can volunteer however much and wherever you want, but you have to have observation hours that are signed off and verified by a physical therapist. Do PT Tech hours count? Do PT Tech hours and volunteer hours carry the same weight? So PT Tech hours can be observation hours, and observation hours are a requirement. Volunteer hours are not a requirement. So in that sense, I would say observation hours, or in your case, tech hours, outweigh the volunteer hours. So hope that makes sense. Tips for new PT aides. Make yourself useful, make everybody's lives easier. That's basically your job. Take some initiative, see what's not working, see what's broken, see what's dirty, see who's struggling, see that the phone's ringing, see that it's raining and some people need an umbrella. Like, make everybody's lives better. Are you the guest speaker for tomorrow at Ohio University? I think I might still be in the clinic, so Joseph is probably taking that. Let me check here. What time is that? I think it's at 5 Eastern time, so I definitely will be in the clinic. Let me check our calendar. Pretty sure Joseph is going to take that one. So tell him what's up. So I'll be there in spirit / the clinic tomorrow. So I hope you guys have fun for your pre-PT club. Let me check this. Yeah, you guys are at 5 Eastern time. So yeah, that'll be Joseph. I'm in PT school right now. Do you have study advice? You need to study how the test tests you. So many people study passively, like how you're watching this TikTok right now or this YouTube live stream. You're just consuming this live stream passively. You're just sitting back doing whatever you're doing, consuming the information. And that's what many people do as studying. Not everybody, but that's what many people do as studying. They just consume it, they read it, they consume it, they watch it, they consume it, they listen to it. But the test is not testing you on consumption. The test is testing you on you actively recalling the information and using it to answer a question. So in that case, you need to study how the test is testing you. So you need to study by asking yourself questions and answering them. So that's what I'd say. To keep it simple. There's a lot I can go into, but that's what I'd say. Do you plan on working in PT until you retire? In some aspects, probably. I'm sure I'll be around it for a long time, whether that's business wise, teaching wise, treatment wise, man, or owning a clinic wise, pre PT grind wise. I'm sure I'll be in it for a long time until I traditionally retire, right? Then it becomes this whole question of is anybody going to really retire anymore and that whole thing. But I know what you mean. So I'm sure I'll be in it. I don't see myself going too far from it. How much is the least a PT is being paid? Probably like lowballed new grad salaries is probably like 68,000. It's probably the lowest somebody's being lowballed. I'm 30 years old. Do we have to have clinic hours before enrolling in a PT program? You have to have observation hours. It is a requirement for a big majority of the schools you're applying to. Other additional courses in your transcript, such as psych, human development, good for apps, those are requirements as well. So human development, psychology are requirements, are prerequisites. If you get A's, yes, those are still prerequisites. I studied. Can you continue studying PT in the US? Yes, you can. How to pass physics 2, you need to do as many practice problems as possible. So if you're doing 10 practice problems a day right now, you need to do 50 so that you're prepared for any way that teacher asks you a question. Because in physics and chemistry, a little bit like it's the formulas just in different variations, like different derivations of the formula. And the more practice problems you do, the more times you've seen that formula or that problem in different situations, like the X on this side or the M on that side or the M over this squared. Like the more ways you can see it, the better prepared you'll be. Job offers free ASU tuition. You can get a degree in anything, Carly. If ASU gives you free online tuition, you can get a degree in anything. You don't need a kinesiology degree to go to PT school. Can you submit an application at the end of September? Depends on what school you're applying to. Because if the deadline for that school is September 1st, then it's already late, right? But if the deadline for that school is January 1st, then you're fine submitting at the end of September. Free schooling is something I feel like I should take advantage of. Yeah, Carly, you can get a degree in anything. The major doesn't matter for physical therapy school. Should I? You don't have to have volunteer hours, but I would try and have something in that section. So it can be like something you're already doing. Are you a part of like some fun run, some marathon, some church activity, some food drive at your school? It's probably something you're already a part of. So you don't have to go out of your way for this volunteer stuff, but look for low hanging fruit. That's what I'd say. Low back pain advice. I'd see a physical therapist so they can accurately screen and evaluate what the root cause of that back pain is. That's what I'd say. Should you be working with the patient one-on-one for most of the appointment? Should you be? Probably not. It depends on a lot of context to that situation, though. Yeah, I need to know more information about that. Tips on college in general. Just make sure you're getting what you're paying for. right? So with college, it's a product, it's an investment, um, it's a bet on yourself that you're going to use the skills and information in college to then make that mathematically and financially worth it for you. So that's my tip. Make sure you make your investment back from college. How long have you been a PT? Just crossed 5 years. If I volunteer hours are not really observation hours. It's not really killing two birds with one stone because you're not, no, it's not really killing two birds with one stone because they're going to see that on your application and be like, you're putting observation hours as volunteer hours. I mean, okay, but they're going to be like, okay, what are you doing? What are you saying here? Like it's not, I guess technically it's killing two birds with one stone, but it's really not because they're going to look at that on your application and be like, what are you trying to do? Um, yeah, hope that makes sense. So you can have any degree, then get into PT school. Correct. So you can have a degree in basket weaving, music, business, as long as you complete all the requirements from the classes to the observation hours to the letters of recommendation, you can have a degree in anything. That's it. You can major in anything as long as you have the requirements that school is asking for. Thank you for sharing the live stream, Eekly. Thoughts on chiropractors? I think chiropractors are fine. I really don't have anything to say about them. I think they're fine. Difficult part of your journey of becoming a PT. I got rejected the first time I applied. That was probably the most difficult part. Then the second most difficult part was passing the board exam. Then the third most difficult part was probably starting pre-PT grind in physical therapy school. North Central College. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Our physical therapists and assistants going to be phased out due to Medicaid cuts. I don't think so. They could be. I don't really know what's going to happen in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. They could be. I don't think so. I think innovation will just happen or change will happen. So in 10, 20, 30 years, it might look different. The schooling might be different, but will physical therapy still be around? Will PTs and PTAs or what we do still be around? Yeah, I think so. But again, I don't really know what's going to happen. So I don't think they're going to be phased out like you think they are. They could be, but I don't think so. Oh, YouTube, what's up? 7 people on YouTube. That's what's up. TikTok, 38 of you on TikTok. If you're not following on YouTube, go subscribe to us. Greatly appreciated. How many inpatient hours did you have to get in? It depends on the school. My school needed 20. The one I ended up going to needed 20 inpatient hours. But just because I say 20, Carolina, don't get 20 because your school might want 50 or might want 0. Biggest advice for high school seniors interested in kinesiology, just research everything, every profession, every major. Like ask the tough questions about kinesiology. So you're interested in kinesiology, so what? You're interested in being a pilot, so what? You're interested in being a doctor, okay, and you're interested, like just push yourself, challenge yourself with these questions for why, like what are your plans with kinesiology? What interests you about it? Is there anything else you can do? Anything else you want to do? Anything else that would be easier, harder, make you more money, make you less money, be more fulfilling? Like you just need more information. Would you recommend being a PTA? If so, what's the pay like? If you want to be a PTA, sure. The pay is probably between 50 and 65, just on average. But then, of course, depending on setting and location, you can make more or less than that. Submitted your second essay revision yesterday after procrastinating. Well, congratulations on pushing through that big obstacle. It's big. Interested in PTA, but pay isn't quite satisfying. Are you able to advance as a PTA? So are you able to get paid more as a PTA? This becomes a different discussion. So in the traditional sense, yes, you can get a 2% to 4% raise every year or whatever, or you can get a bonus structure, or you can job hop, or you can change settings and locations. So yes, you can progress as a PTA. You can move into management. You can be a clinic director. You can own a clinic. Yes, you can progress as a PTA. Then we can get into a whole different discussion of you can bring more value to the marketplace as a PTA if you solve problems that will pay you more. I don't, if you, who is this? Jackson, if you want me to go into that, I will go into that. But if not, hopefully that answer helped you so far. So yes, to answer your question, yes, you can progress and make more as a PTA. The better answer that's more valuable to you is going more into like you making more money and bringing value to the marketplace, which is what school doesn't teach you. So if you want me to go into that, just leave a comment. When I scroll down, Jackson, I'll get to it. 3.5 considered a low GPA. That's pretty much on the average, like right in the middle, according to PTCast. Did you take the GRE? The GRE consists of reading, writing, and math. I did take the GRE, but the GRE is like a grad school level SAT or ACT. Are PT jobs safe from COVID and layoffs like the first responders? Are they safe? They were not really safe in 2020, but they came back. They weren't safe for like 6 months, but they came back. Outside of that, yes, PT jobs are pretty safe because they're a healthcare career. Hope that answers your question. Are they safe from COVID? Like if we shut down again? No, they're not safe because they're shutting down. But I don't think it's going to shut down the same if it ever does. What specialty gets paid the most? Home health, travel PT, urology, home health pediatrics. Then, of course, you owning your own business. Great value. Oh, cool. Oh, I remember you. What's your real name? I am JH Co. What's your real name? Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Thanks for the kind words. Okay. Jenny, what's going on? Good to see you here again. What should I submit for an October 1st? When should I submit for October 1st? Today. Lymphedema specialty, does it get you paid if your patients are going to pay for it? But reimbursed by insurance, I just don't know the number of what that gets you paid by insurance. Thoughts on debt to income? I lost it. Cassandra, what's going on? Good to see you. Shout out to all the impact income people up in here. What's going on, Cassandra? Good to see you on here. All right. Debt to income ratio for PT school. I might have Cassandra answer this. I want to be a PT, but really struggling with this. Okay. I don't know what your name is, but the dancing emoji person. We just did a whole 2-day event that Cassandra was at called New Money PT Live. If you are serious about getting this problem solved, go to newmoneyptlive.com, get your ticket. I don't know how serious or not you are. I don't know where you are in the mindset of money yet. That's number one. Second, if you want some free information, I put a whole PDF, audio, and video toolkit together about how to make money in school now. It's for free. It'll help you take you from start to finish on how to make money in school now. If you want that to help with the debt to income ratio in PT school and how expensive it is, DM me the word money, or if anybody wants it, YouTube, TikTok, DM me the word money and I'll send it to you. It's free. I'll send it to you if you're serious about it. I don't know where you guys are, how serious you are or not, but those are the two things I would do first. newmoneyptlive.com, get that ticket so you can take action and make some money in school now. Then number two, DM me money so you can start now. And so when you get to New Money PT Live, you'll have some money already being made. DM me money and I'll send you our free, it's called Operation Moneymaker. And that'll take you from start to finish on how to make money now to help with that student loan stuff and the debt to income ratio. So now to answer your question. Okay, so debt to income ratio, it's The good thing about this is that you're in control about the debt to income ratio. YouTube, TikTok, replay, live stream. You are in control of the PT debt to income ratio. Whatever you see online, whatever comments you see, whoever's scaring you in person, whatever PTs you're listening to, you are in control of the debt to income ratio. Write that down. Put it in the comments. I am in control of the debt to income ratio because you are the customer and you choose what kind of school you go to and how much in loans you're taking out, or how much you're paying for PT school, or how much you're going to pay off before you're at a PT school. You are in control of that. The government's not in control. PT schools aren't in control. So the debt to income ratio is in your control for PT school. If you're scared of this debt for PT school, don't take out as much debt. Go to a lower cost PT school, change locations, go to a new state, get in-state tuition, find a moneymaker, make money in school to pay off your debts while you're in school. This is all in your control. This is all in your control. So those are my thoughts on the debt to income ratio. You can be a millionaire PT and go to PT school for $0. You can get scholarships and pay your way through physical therapy school with scholarships. You can have a moneymaker and come out making $20,000 a month, $15,000 a month as a PT student or PTA student before you're even done with school. It's all in your control. That's where I'll keep it at before I go. But we had a whole 2-day event on this called newmoneyptlive.com, or y'all know what I'm saying. I can go deep into this. You can also go to our money playlist on TikTok. I got it's a whole thing. We have a whole money section. All right, let me stop. What classes should I be taking at a 2-year before I transfer to a 4-year? As many prerequisite classes as you can. How much is the starting pay as a PTA per hour? Whatever, like 50 to 65K a year is per hour. I don't know what that is per hour. 25, 26, 27, $28 an hour. 35 to 40. You might be answering that question. What major is easier? Communications is probably easy. Good schools for direct admit PT. Whatever schools have a freshman acceptance program. 3+3 the other day. Should I even consider other schools? If you want to pay less and that school is expensive, yes, I would consider other schools. If not, then I would lock you in. Least favorite part of being a PT, the not kind people. The best part is the people. The worst part is the people. What are the best PTA programs? I have no idea. There are so many PTA programs out there, and the PTA programs are not like on a centralized website or system like the PT program. So I have no idea. Whatever is most cost effective for you. That's what I'd say. Do I still have student loans? So I still have them technically in like my Nelnet account, but my net worth is more than my student loans. So if I want to pay them off tomorrow, I could, but I have other assets I want to buy, so I'm not. So yeah. PT is working with aquatic. Oh, nice. Aquatic PT. I like it. I want to get a sleeve of tattoos. Does it matter? It depends on your employer, just like any other industry. Writing your PTCast essay, answer the prompt, answer the prompt, answer the prompt. Just don't ramble. You need to answer the question. PTAs for travel PT? Yes. Yes, there are travel PTAs. Travel PT, I think it's fine. I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with travel PT or PTA. How long was your gap between? So I technically didn't really have a gap for school to PT school. So really not technically any gaps for undergrad to PT school. I did not have any gaps for my NPTE because I was studying for that during my clinical rotations while I was in PT school, while creating pre-PT grind. So I took my boards before I graduated. My gap before I started working was about a month. Thanks for following. Can I give an example of first class, second class, third class levers? Oh Lord, I gotta remember this. First class levers. Is third class levers the y'all gotta help me with this. That's the cat phrases, right? Third class levers. Second class levers, is that the elbow? YouTube, I don't want to Google this right now. It's been a while since school. Is second class levers the elbow, or is that first class levers? I want to say second class levers is the elbow. Third class levers is the ankle calf raises. First class levers, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Y'all can help me with that since y'all are still in school. How do you specialize as a PTA? You just get a job. You just apply for a job in a certain specialty 90% of the time. Would the route you went be the same for pediatric PT? Yes, you become a physical therapist, then you just apply for pediatric PT jobs. The difference in pay is not tremendous. 2 to 7. Well, yeah, you can always drop out and be a PTA student if you want, but if you're already in too deep, don't beat yourself up too much. Just make PT school worth it. Oh, I missed your question about North Central College. What's your question? North Central College is doing an open house 9:30. Is it too early to go? No, go to North Central College open house. Yeah, go to North Central College open house. Absolutely. Highest math you need to become a PT. I want to say stats. Yes, you need stats. Some schools need calculus, but stats is usually the highest one. What exactly are PT schools looking for? That's a loaded question. So they're looking for the requirements they ask for first. That's what I'll say. I'll come back to that question. YouTube, what's up? What's up? Thoughts on? I've only been on here 30 minutes. I feel like I've been on here for like an hour. Thoughts on kinesiology, or should I get into info systems? Info systems is probably a better asset, like career asset. So let's just say you don't want to do PT. Info systems is a better career asset that can get you a better job than a kines degree on face value. Have you heard of PT programs requiring the Casper test? Yes, I have. Thoughts on it? That's what they require. I don't really have any big thoughts. If that's what they want and you want to go there, you got to give them what they want. So that's my thoughts on it. If they require the Casper test, give them the Casper test. All the Casper test is asking you is like, they're trying to find out your ethics and if you would do the least amount of harm to people. That's all. Have you heard elbows and triceps are first class? Okay, so this is first class. And what's second class? Can you put the hours you work as a tech for observation hours? You sure can. All right, TikTok, what's up? What's up? What exactly are PT schools looking for? They're looking for the requirements first. So like keep it at that first. They're looking for the requirements. You will not get any further than that if you don't have the requirements. If you're looking outside of that right now and you don't have the requirements, you're way ahead of yourself. So they're looking for you to give them what they're asking for. When should I submit my application for October 1st? You should submit it today. If you're ready, you should submit it today. Studying for the GRE, you need to find what your weak points are. Instead of studying everything, you need to find your weak points. Can you have a sleeve? You probably can. I know plenty of PTs and PTAs who have tattoos. Don't sniffs pay well? I got to look it up. I'm sure some do. Today, panicking right now. Hey, you asked. I'm going to keep it real. Any tips for my PT cast writing? Answer the question. What are they asking you? Answer it. Don't ramble. Don't tell your life story. Don't say back in second grade, no. What are they asking you? Answer the question. Can I submit letters? Can I submit yes, you can submit your application if letters of recommendation are still pending. Why are PT schools so expensive? It's not just PT schools, it's the whole education system. So now you have to ask, why is college so expensive? And college is so expensive because of the government paying for colleges. So once the colleges said, or once colleges saw that the government was paying for colleges, they just racked up their price because they could. It's just a business, just like everything else, because the government is backing them and paying them, right? So in short summary, there's a lot to that story, but that's why it's so expensive. It's not PT school. Look at dental school, med school, college in general, masters in business, everything. But all PT schools are not expensive. Are not all PT schools are not 100K. So keep that in mind too. Yeah, Cassandra, tell them to see Cassandra. If you're still on, tell them to watch you speak. To come to New Money PT Live next year to see you speak on stage. Do I need a bachelor's degree to apply to a PTA program? You do not. Yes, DM me the word money if you want our free money stuff. I want to be a PT so bad. Well, we can help you do it. You got this. Started PT school in May, withdrew because of an awful experience, received my second acceptance today. Nice. Very good. Hope the second round is better. Yes, Jose, go to the open house. I don't care if you were a sophomore in high school. Go to the open house. Don't go to private schools, work hard, state schools. Yep, there you go. Every single one of us is in control of our debt to income ratio. Yes, there you go. 100%. How much on average, how much we paying for PT school? I'd say average 90 to 110. 90K to 110 is probably the average. I got to look up the specific numbers for a better answer, but that's what I'd say. Can I still submit application if yes, you still can. All the schools in your state are over 100K. Yeah, definitely if you're in California, it's expensive. Thoughts on going to private school for physical therapy? If you want to go and you got the resources and money or family help or savings to go, then go for it. I just like the less expensive option because they're all usually teaching you the same thing. Is it worth it? I kind of just answered that question. It's worth it if you make it worth it, Omar. You're asking, is physical therapy worth it? Then I will ask you, is watching this TikTok worth it? Is sitting on the couch worth it? Is exercising worth it? Is being a kines major worth it? Is doing anything worth it? The question of is it worth it is a value question and a math question. So you have to do the math on it, Omar. If you're going to a school that costs you $200,000 and you're going to make $60,000 for the rest of your life, it is not worth it. I don't care if you're being a garbage man or a pilot. If a pilot school costs 200K and you're making 60K as a pilot, is it worth it? I don't know. Answer that for yourself. If you're making $1 million a year as a physical therapist, of course, you'd have to be a business owner. You'd have to have other streams of income, all that stuff, right? But if you're a physical therapist and you're making $1 million a year and you use your physical therapy skills to help you get there and you paid 75K to 100K for that degree, is it worth it? Loma Linda PTA program is number one. Shout out to Loma Linda. Tell them hello. When your college should start shadowing today. Start shadowing today. How can I get better during my clinical conditions class? Not sure what that is, Allie. If you're still on, Allie, let me know. Clinical conditions class. Will PTA still be around for 10 to 15 years? Medicare is singling them out. Will they be around? I have no idea. I'm sure they will be. It just might look different. Like, it just might be going the cash pay route, and assistants might be called something else, or they might still be called assistants. 10 to 15 years, though, that's a long time for me to try and predict this. I have no idea. I really don't know what's going to happen, but it's just going to innovate and evolve just like everything else. Second class is bicep flexion, elbow and triceps. So YouTube, chronic elbows and triceps are first class. Bicep flexion is second class. I don't know. Oh, is first class the jaw? Is the first class lever the jaw? I don't know. I don't know. I forgot. Biology and bachelor. Yes, biology is fine for a major. Yes. Study stack. Yes, absolutely. Let them know, Cassandra. I might have to hire you, Cassandra, to do a live stream. What's better, PT or PTA? It could be both. Whichever you like better. What do you think about PTA? I think it's fine. I have nothing wrong with it. In my first semester of PT school, have fun. Have fun. Catch me paying $200K to go out of state. But it's my dream school. Offer all the things you want. It's value. There you go. And you're going to make that back anyways, Cassandra. So you're all good. Can I get into PT school with a bio degree? Yes. As you say, they are trying to weed you out. Not happening. Don't let them weed you out. Listening to me and Joseph was your canon event. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. Can I go to PT school with an economics degree and a few science prereqs? You have to have all the requirements, Bren. So you can get in with an economics degree, but you have to have all the prerequisites. Thank you for following Eber. Anatomy is kicking your butt. I need the A. Oh, go get it. Go get it. Tips on getting loans outside of FAFSA. I'd stay federal loans, Chris. If you really want some help, DM me or talk to FitBucks, FITBUX. Christopher, if you really need some loans outside of FAFSA, which I don't really like, go to fitbucks.com, schedule a call with them, and they can help you better than I can. What classes should you take first year in college? As many prereqs as you can while still getting the best grades. Is it worth the student loans? I got that one as well. Scissors a first class lever? It could be. I work for scheduling orthopedics. Nice. In school to be nice. Sedona. Hope the job's treating you well. Force angle resistance helps to your levers. Second class is biceps. Yeah, I don't know. These levers, I don't know. I've been out of school for 5-ish years, 5 to 6 years. It's been a while. Hardest class in PT school for me was cardiopulmonary. I can make you a moderator, Cassandra. Can I do that now? I think I'll have to do that after. Can I make you a moderator? Yes. Commenting, pin comments. There you go. Y'all give it up for Cassandra. She is a moderator now. Let me know if you can see and use your controls. I don't know if you have to go out then come back in, Dr. Marsh, but you are now a moderator if I did it right. Exercise science major, but the classes intimidate you. Is physiotherapy? Yes, physical therapy and physiotherapy is basically kind of the same. It's just physiotherapy is everything outside of the US. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at you helping me out. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all give it up for Cassandra. Pinning comments and stuff. I did see that comment pinned. I was like, what happened? Striving towards a master's in kines, 6 more years. You got this. Don't give up. Physiotherapy, advice on career options. Maddie, if you are really struggling, or YouTube, if you're really struggling with career options with your kines degree or exercise science degree, I'm doing a webinar or a masterclass with one of my good friends, Rhett Polka, on the 17th, and that could be an option for you. But you got to keep an open mind. It's not for everyone. So go to the link in our bio, or just DM me for it. But link in our bio, go there, and you'll see all about it. Yeah, it's basically getting all the benefits of physical therapy without the debt. So if you're like, I don't know what to do with my degree, physical therapy is too expensive, I don't know, I'm kind of lost, I'm confused, I'm in PTA school, I'm in PT school, but this isn't working out, I don't know, then go to the link in our bio. We're having a class on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, about an opportunity that could be beneficial to some of you, but it is not. I'll tell you right now, it's not for everyone. I say that on the page already. Advice for student PTs: just get in your zone, get in your flow. Because the first year will be over soon. So learn how you best learn is probably what I'd say. Can you get in with a psychology degree? Yes, you can. Difference between I think I got all these questions. Cool. Good. Exercise science a good major? Yes, good. Where did you go to PT school? Dang, I lost it. Andrews University. Can you have a good career by getting an exercise science degree by itself? I You can. You just got to make it. You just have to make your career, right? If you just have an exercise science degree, what are you going to do with that? You can have a successful career, but you have to make it your own. I went to Andrews University. I'd say kinesiology, bachelor's degree kinesiology, probably. Just your bachelor's. You just need your bachelor's. You don't need a master's. I'm not excited about waiting for the verdicts of my application. Yeah, you just got to do something else. Keep your mind busy. How many semesters in the whole program? Probably 9. Yeah. So, fall, summer, spring, first year. Fall, summer, spring, second year. Fall, summer, spring, third year. So yes, 9. Anatomy. I'm taking it right now. So you have to. So what I'd say for anatomy is you have to tie emotions into what you're studying. Because if you don't, it's just verbatim repetition and it just gets kind of boring. Because if you're just like biceps origin insertion, and you're just trying to hammer that into your head, it's just not as efficient as what it could be. So I'd attach it to some emotion or something easier to remember, like a song, a rhyme, a beat, a story, mnemonics, something like that. I tie it to, and that'll be easier to recall and remember. Does exercise science work in recovering injuries? Exercise science is the study of how exercise, well, that's more exercise physiology, but does exercise science work in recovering injuries? Not really. Associates in kinesiology, if you want to get it, you can get it. How much do you make? 90K from my normal job. About how many hours a day did you put into studying? All the time. There wasn't out. I didn't track the hours. I studied. You just study. You just do what you have to do. You get done what you have to do. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna study 2 hours today. You can do that. I didn't do that. You just get done what you get done in the time that you have. So if you have 3 hours to study, you study for 3 rounds of like 45 minutes. If you have 2 hours to study, that's all you got, right? If you have a day to study, then you split it up accordingly. But it's not like I'm not gonna say, oh, I studied 3.75 hours a day, and you go try to do that, it might not work for you. What made me want to get into physical therapy? Fixing my own little injuries. I never had a big one. Job satisfaction, career opportunities. Those were the big 3 for me. Does Jefferson have a good PT program? I I'm sure they do. All the PT programs I've seen is good. Whew. All right. Oh. I thought we got through the questions. Then, if you've ever done a TikTok live, like the questions don't usually come like succinctly. Sometimes they do, but sometimes, like if I'm scrolling up trying to answer them, like they jump. Like then it's like 10 more questions that jump in. And I thought I was done with the questions, and it was like 10 more, 10 more that popped up. Do I have a side hustle? Cassandra, you might want to take that. I guess this pre-PT grind is a side hustle slash a full-time job. Is really a full-time job, honestly. Um, so yes, I did have side hustles in physical therapy school though. So I was a drummer, social media director, publications director. I was a caddy, I was an Uber driver, and we started pre-PT grind in school. So those were all my side hustles in school. And right now, I'm a full-time physical therapist and co-founder of Pre-PT Grind, Cash and Class University. So we hustling, I mean, all day, every day since after high school. So we've been out here. Was there ever a time where you wanted to give up in PT school? No. The hardest time or the hardest thing for me was when I was rejected from physical therapy school. So that was the hardest for me. Do you think it's worth it to volunteer in my PT schools? Yes, absolutely. Volunteer in your PT school. Absolutely, of course. Absolutely. Um, Cassandra, you're saving me with these pinned questions because they come in. Um, let's see. Let's scroll up, see what I can get to. How long does it take to be a PT? 7 years. I was not naturally a good test taker. I'm an SPT. It's a lot of work. It is. I did not think of massage therapy. I did not. Okay, I think we're good with the questions. Um, what do I think of massage therapy? I think it's fine. I think it's good. Yeah, be a massage therapist, 100%. How did you remember all the origins and insertions? It's basically all you're doing every day. Yeah, it's what you're doing all day, every day. So that's how you remember it. Then also making songs, rhymes, stories, raps, poetry, um, funny jokes about the stuff helps you remember too. Do you think it's worth it? Am I rich? Depends on what your definition of rich is. Am I rich in life? Yes. I love my life. It's great. Family, I have a place to live. I'm in good health. I have enough money to not really stress about what I'm going to eat tomorrow. So if you call that rich, I am definitely rich and blessed. Um, were you naturally a good test taker? No, I don't think so. Was it worth it for me? Yes, it was worth it. If you want money advice, Adrian, 30 places to go. First, free content. Go to our money playlist here on TikTok. Oh, snap. YouTube, I'm sorry. I see your question, Dawson. What's going on, YouTube? Go to our money playlist on TikTok. DM me money, or sorry, DM me the word money. DM me the word money if you want our free moneymaker guide. Basically, it's from start to finish how to make money in school now. Then get a New Money PT Live 2024 ticket at newmoneyptlive.com. Difficult for a woman to get into athletic training. It could be. I don't really think so though. It could be though. Like I'm not gonna doubt that it could be just because of gender dynamics and stuff like that. So yes, it could be. To your point, yes, but it is still definitely possible. Um, yes, there's women in sports, in male professional sports. So yes, absolutely, it's possible. Is it difficult? Is it more difficult? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, but doesn't mean you can't do it. Um, what? Can you explain your recent TikTok about your side? Oh Lord, let's see. Can I open this? Yes. Okay. Hey, that's cool. Can you explain your recent TikTok video about your side to side weaknesses? Okay. So the answer was I was trying to work my right hip, like glutes, my right vastus lateralis, and like my right soleus. and kind of like my big toe a little bit. Basically, all the muscles that control, like, when you walk and your foot caves in and your knee caves in and everything goes in, that's called pronation, right? So I was working all the muscles that eccentrically control and slow down pronation. So when I went to the side, right, when I did that, what's it called, a curtsy squat, the single leg curtsy squat, I was working all those muscles that control this pronation motion. Because when you walk, that's what happens. So my right side is weaker than my left, and that's why you saw me, dang it, and that's why you kind of saw me kind of stumble more on the right. So I hope that answers. Good question. If you have any more questions about that, let me know. Yeah, gluteus medius, gluteus max, gluteus minimus a little bit, vastus lateralis, soleus, a little bit of flexor hallucis longus, one of those. Is massage therapy a good career? I think it's fine. If you have specific questions about massage therapy, feel free to ask, but I think it's fine. I think massage therapy is a fine career. Lowest grade that I got on an exam, I have no idea. It's been a while. Oh, sorry, YouTube. What is a Kira assessment? About to finish my application. This is the last step. So a Kira assessment is basically a interview style on video where they give you like 60 to 120 seconds to answer a question one time. So it's just like in an in-person interview. If I had one shot to answer this question. So think of this YouTube Live and TikTok Live as a Kira interview. You asked me a question just now, Dawson. You asked me a question. I have one shot to answer it. And it's done. It'll be on live stream forever. It's done. I answered your question. For the Kira assessment, it's kind of the same thing. You have one shot to answer the question. Whatever you say on there, that's your answer. So that's what a Kira assessment is. Yeah, it's scary, but I mean, it's real life too. Because if you were on like if you were in an in-person interview or a Zoom interview, you'd still have one shot to answer the question. Whatever you say first is going to be their first impression, right? So it's the same concept. But yeah, it is scary. How do you get rid of plantar fasciitis? It's hard for me to say without evaluating you, but I would work your anterior tibialis to give some reciprocal inhibition to the gastroc and soleus. And if you can do some lunges too, that can help. Can I work as a physiotherapist without a DPT? In another country, yes. Outside of the US, yes, depending on the country's laws and stuff like that. Will it go away over time? I would work the anterior tibialis. I wouldn't count on it to go away over time. Do you think PTA is a good career? I think it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Graduated college in May, extra classes, apply for PT school. Is it smart? Yes, especially if you need to improve your GPA. If you want to get into sports, you got to start networking now. The residency is not going to save you. Yes, we're on YouTube too. What's up, YouTube? TikTok, say what's up to YouTube. YouTube, say what's up to TikTok. There we go. All that money spent, blah, blah, blah. You need a DPT. Tips for the GRE, you need to focus on your weaknesses. You need to find your weaknesses, then focus on to improve. Bio major, where do you begin? Get our free guides. I break down all the details. That'll be a much better and cohesive answer for you than me just trying to throw some stuff together on a TikTok live, then you forget it. So go to acceptanceguides.com. Go to acceptanceguides.com, or link is in the bio. Go to our website. It's like the biggest free thing we have, and that'll break down all the details. regardless of your major. So Alexander, that would be the best place for you to get the best answer. It's free, just download it. Yeah, and that will give you the best answer. So that's where I would start. It'll break down like, okay, here are the classes to take, this what to do next, here's how letters work, here's how like all those little things work. Experience over GPA for admissions. Can you give your thoughts? GPA over experience all the time. GPA first, because you have to get through the rounds, then experience matters later. So focus on the GPA as much. I didn't like it because I got rejected off GPA, but to give you the best advice, to be transparent, to keep it real, GPA over experience, 99.99% of the time, especially at the start. How many tries did it take for me to pass the GRE? What's going on, Coded Assassin? Thanks for joining. I just took it once and I was done. Just once for me. What's the best way to get a DOT scholarship? Doctor of Occupational Therapy? What do you mean by DOT scholarship? MCAT or GRE harder? I'm pretty much going to say MCAT. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Oh, DPT. Best way to get a DPT scholarship. I would look outside of online stuff first. So I would look everywhere from your parents' jobs to your municipalities to your township to the physical therapy school that you go to the college that you came from, to any religious organizations that you're in. Like, always ask, always be looking. Always ask, always be looking. So that's where I'd start. I'd start with like real world, like stuff outside of online stuff. That's where I would start. I did not do a PTA program. I did not. NPTE studying, follow the PT hustle. The PT hustle. I am not an NPTE prep expert at all. Any tips on getting high income out of school? You need to bring value to your patients or the employer. So a high income out of school, you need to bring some sort of value. I don't care what setting you go into, what location you go into, it's an exchange of value. So like, what are you bringing to get paid a lot? Pay you a lot for what? Like, let's just say, Wamik, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Apologize if I'm not. But if I had my own business and you wanted to work for me and you were like, I need to get paid $120,000 because I have student loans, I'd look at you like, okay, that's not my student loans. Why should I pay you 120K? What are you bringing me to pay you 120K, 150K, 200K as a PT? For what? Then if you could justify to me like, okay, I deserve to make 200K as a DPT because I will make you 600K in top line revenue and 400K in profit, then okay, now we're talking. But give you 200K for what, right? And that's how you have to think about this going in. And thinking like that will help you get paid more. So, yeah. Steven, what's going on? Steven, we got Cassandra on. We got Cassandra on TikTok. We got Steven on YouTube. What's up? What's up? We got Impact to Income, pre-PT Grind fam rolling deep. So yeah, we in here. No, it ain't. I'll go to sleep after this, probably in the next 5 minutes. But yes, I am an hour behind Eastern time though, so I got a little time. Cassandra said, what's up? If you can see. There you go, Steven. I don't know if Cassandra, you can see Steven's comment, but yeah, we rolling deep. Steven, if you want to be a moderator on TikTok or YouTube, can I make you a moderator, Steven? Steven, you're a moderator. Managing moderator. Boom. Boom. We rolling deep. Cassandra's a moderator on TikTok. Steven, you're a moderator on YouTube. So we out here. Let's see. Undergrad, do you think would benefit? Spanish undergrad or a second language? I didn't pass the GRE. I took another route. Research schools did not need the GRE. Yep, there you go. Scholarships are everywhere. Do you know any sports PTs? How did they like it? From the sports PTs, I know they love it. They like it a lot. I will get my bachelor's degree from Egypt. That's tough. That's tough. Follow facts FACTS.pt on Instagram, or follow Final Frontier, or I believe that's the one. They know more about the overseas to US DPT process than I do. Fluid in a second language. What about psychology of business? Sure, you can get that. That's fine. Yeah, psychology and business is fine. Coach Robin making $200 an hour. Yeah, there you go. But Cassandra, Steven, you got to remember, this is a different audience. This is a different crowd. So, um, Cass, Steven, if you're still on YouTube, this is just an example of what you guys will come across when you guys start doing this. So we gotta warm them up. We gotta warm them up. You know, they don't know all the stuff you guys know. Is it better to go to undergrad than straight to PT school? Yes. Hey, number one glitter badge. I don't know what that means, but thank you. And thank you for the Rose, Coach Brooklyn. Shout out to Coach Brooklyn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what any of that means yet, but I appreciate it. I know it's a lot in some capacity. So thank you. You have more people watching in TikTok than YouTube. Yes, I definitely do. Um, cool. I think we're good. Whew, I've been on for an hour and some change. All right. That was fun. Cassandra, appreciate you. Thank you for moderating. Steve, appreciate you. I'll be back on YouTube and TikTok live one of these times in the near future. Have a good night, guys.